Somewhere in 63. What a very special time to be. That's too loud. Sorry, everybody. Welcome back to modern commentary about like DLC. God, you're so loud, video game. Why are you so loud when this happened? A couple things before we get back to it. More than a couple things, maybe, depending. Might be a little bit of a long intro. So first, I am sick again, still. So, I lost my voice last time. As soon as I stopped recording, like the day after, the night of, I lost my voice completely. And I'm like, alright, well, no, this isn't happening anymore. It's still really loud. Let me mute this just for the commentary. Because it's really loud. Just for the intro. So, and if anyone's wondering, Gabe, why do you record so often when you're sick? And it's because I have a full-time day job. And so, if I'm ever just sick enough where I probably can't make it into work, like today, it gives me time to record, assuming my brain isn't fried and my voice isn't hoarse. So that's why I tend to sometimes record when I'm somewhat sick. When I'm full-blown sick, you guys will not see me. That is like that was almost me today. I was asleep for like 4 hours into like 11 because I just like my eyes are sore, my ear was sore, one ear, my nose, one nostril, and my throat's feeling a little blah. So we'll see how the day goes. Luckily it's a Friday, so I don't have to take any more days off work, thankfully. So that's why that happens sometimes. Second, these are recorded usually way in advance. Very way in advance, way back. Not too much so. Like this is probably gonna come out. Like I'm recording this very late December. This is probably gonna come out like in January at some point. So when you leave comments, sometimes we do see them, but we don't really get a chance to officially respond. I responded. So let me just get started of it. The Modern Commentary series has had its first commentator. Funny enough. Also, hello. Nice to finally greet you via video form. I responded to someone in the comments after that I saw they were watching our videos and making a lot of poignant points along some of the topics I brought up. Mostly just video game related. For anyone that's watching, I've been playing basically this game, talking about the game itself, being an idiot half the other time, and then like a small third of the time I talk about just politics stuff that I need to stress about, especially because this was during like midterm election season. So this was kind of experimental for me, in the sense that that's why I did that, the way I did it, the structure. I think I'm out of politics stuff right now. I don't know that I'll ever do this again unless I'm really stressed out or I'm with Mercedes and we're making a go of a particular topic. But speaking to the game, because I want to bring up something that the commentator brought up. I believe it was, I'm sorry, I don't have my phone. It's currently dead. I can't look it up. I believe it was GamerCat, followed by a series of numbers. Great person, by the way, whoever you are. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate all the comments you made and all the things you pointed out. And I spoke to them a little bit in the comments regarding how I record and my line of thought sometimes. I don't have anything pre-scripted. I tried some pre-scripted content. It's hard to, that's a whole other thing. I may still do it in the future, but I don't know. What I wanted to say was, despite how much I rag on this game, I actually really do like it. For me, it's a solid like 7, on a good day, 8 out of 10. And the DLC especially makes me really like it. Some of the points they kind of come back to and the mechanics they add to it. I don't dislike this game. It's just when something comes so much into my view and becomes so much a part of my formative ideas, I tend to be very critical of it. Bioshock Infinite is a good game, but there are parts of it, in my eye, and you can argue whether that's subjective or objective, that I don't like, or I don't like as opposed to some of the direction we saw in Bioshock 1. And I know the same director was in Bioshock 1. Bioshock 2 was a different developer, I believe. My brain always tells me it's Obsidian, but I don't know if that's true. Again, my phone is dead. I'm sorry. So a lot of what this commentator pointed out were just things that I didn't take the time to think about, or things that I was so blindsided by my critiques, I never felt the need to dig deeper into. It's something very similar to what I felt with Mass Effect 3. I love Mass Effect 3 as a game. It's a really great game. It's a really great series. My thoughts on it are actually recorded a little bit during one of my other Let's Plays I'm doing. The initial Mass Effect retrospective, and then I'm doing Andromeda now. Once I finish this, I'll go back to Andromeda proper. But Mass Effect 3's ending has so many things wrong with it. From a just player point of view, and even from just a critical point of view, that it makes me go back and critique the other parts of the game. Parts that I was totally happy with. Or at least willing to kind of just give it the benefit of the doubt. And I think that's what happened with this game a little bit. There were parts of the ending I found very underwhelming, and parts of the experience that kind of soured me on the rest of the game, that make me look for more flaws. But me looking for those flaws doesn't mean that the game itself is bad, or me being an idiot doesn't mean the game itself is bad. Obviously, that goes without saying. But it's more just my style of entertainment, and it's how I show I love something. And from an object point of view, not people. People I praise till the sun goes down and then go back up. People I'm very good with. For the most part. But games, because they fulfill so many vicarious experiences, like it's very easy to pick at something and go, this doesn't work because X, this doesn't work because Y, I don't like this because X, I don't like this because Y. Add that then to my rambling nature on videos where I'm by myself and I don't have anyone to bounce off of, leads to a lot of stupid things being said. So I apologize if I sound just stupid. And thank you for anybody. I welcome anybody really to just comment like this commentator did, and bring more life to the videos, because having to bounce off something makes the video better, makes the content better, makes the exchange better. Like, I don't get to have moments like this unless you remind me that somebody's watching, because a lot of times, being a small YouTuber with me, Mercedes, and Chris, we don't get a lot of chance for feedback. It's more just us doing what we think is right, and more just us thinking what we think is the most fun thing to do. And I have had fun making this series. It's nice to be able to express certain ideas and kind of be challenged on them, even if I'm riddled with anxiety as a person at the thought of human contact critiquing me. That's more personal stuff, but I've been going for 7 minutes now. So let's just get to the video proper. Thank you all for watching, and let's play Burial at Sea Episode 2. I'm just going to be talking more about the game and having a good time, really. Not too many critiques. I'm more just interested in, like, just getting through this. Yeah, for everyone at home. Because I remember most of them, but I think this would be good for us.
They told me, son, you were born to do great things.
Oh, wow, no, it's Bioshock 1. Oh, sorry, hold on. There you go.
I'm Atlas,
Bump the audio.
and I aim to keep you alive. You think that's a child down there? She's a little sister now. Somebody went and turned a sweet baby girl into a monster. It's Ryan! Goddamn Andrew Ryan! Head to medical!
Would you kindly get this? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find that? Would you kindly find it? Would you kindly get
Kind to watch this video and subscribe.
Kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch.
Did that airplane crash? Or was it hijacked?
By me, Jack.
There ain't no Atlas, kid.
My man chooses.
The name's Frank
Slave obeys.
I had you built. I sent you topside. I called you back, showed you what you was, what you was capable of. Even that life you thought you had, that was something I dreamed up.
You saved them. You gave them the one
The light
thing
side
that was
ending.
stolen from them.
The Bioshock Corp.
A chance.
I remember this DLC being very long. Oh, okay. I don't know why. I thought for a second they was gonna recap Infinite. And it recaps the original Bioshock. I would say this: without Infinite's premise of quantum mechanics, we wouldn't be able to get this type of tie-in to Rapture. Yeah. Okay. No.
Sally.
All right,
Sally,
where we
come
left off.
out.
She wasn't yours, Comstock.
Elizabeth, I am so sorry.
No, you're not. But you're about to be.
Episode 2. Episode 2. Da 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 da. Winnie the Pooh. I wonder when we'll get copyrighted today. For anyone curious, Bioshock Infinite is a game riddled with copyright
Yes.
opportunities.
Quel est votre nom?
Elizabeth.
Pour vous, Elisabeth.
Oh, no, I couldn't. I can't accept.
Je vous en prie. J'insiste.
Thank you.
Le Resistance. So this is her. I'm assuming she looks like that right now, which is a very nice way to show us what the player looks like. I can't remember what she was doing. So we're in Paris, as you can see by the Eiffel
Bonjour, Mrs.
Tower.
Roth.
Comment ça va,
Homme les du
Elisabeth?
fromage.
Je manque d'inspiration aujourd'hui.
There's a lot of noise happening. Hold on, sorry. I can't really do too much here. This is really just to explore and enjoy.
Bonne journée.
Look at that. Look at the boy with the baguette. Look at him in his young youthfulness and innocence.
Bonjour.
Ah, c'est magnifique.
Bonjour.
Bien le bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bien bonjour, mademoiselle.
Bonjour, mon petit trésor. Je vais te croquer.
Mon trésor, my little cabbage. Oh my god! That's just a tiny man. That's a boss baby. My god. Don't ever do that again.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, you was behind the flower. You know, when I woke up today, I didn't think I'd be doing a Pepe Le Pew accent. Pepe Le Pew, by the way, holy crap, super dated to his time. What? I thought it was a invisible wall. Pepe Le Pew, oh my god, he was. Let me make love to you against your will and chase you. Sexual harassment. Everyone knows my name apparently. I guess she lives in Paris now. I have played this, by the way, so I do know most of it. But this game, this episode I've only played once. So I feel like it's good to come back to it because there's a lot that happens here that's kind of hard to
Comment allez-vous?
Comment ça va,
take into
Elisabeth?
account. Elizabeth.
Bonjour,
These
Elisabeth.
painters. So in Elizabeth's mind, Paris has become this ideal place to be. Oh, excuse me, sorry. So yeah, butterflies, mariposas. That's Spanish.
Bien le bonjour.
Bonjour. Oh, look, like Snow White.
Parlez,
Wow,
la
that's
jolie
impressive.
petite américaine. Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle.
American girl. Is she? Yeah, she is American. She was born in New York.
Bonne journée.
She's Booker's
Comment
daughter.
ça va, Elisabeth?
I think it was New York at least. So yeah, this is kind of just Elizabeth doing something. It becomes very apparent in a moment. Although I'm not entirely clear here, so I'll be quiet to do some of it. So my brain can rack around it.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, everything's so happy in the city of Lloyd.
Et si tu venais boire un verre avec nous?
Claude?
Sois pas jalouse, ma petite. C'est pas interdit
Ooh.
pour un homme de boire.
I really appreciate all the French actually. Oh yes, play the accordion. Even in Spanish, we like the accordion. All this music.
Viens jouer avec nous, Elisabeth.
I'm
Who said
sorry,
that?
Cosette. Next time, I promise.
Ah, dommage.
Ah, dommage. Dommage. Jean
Bien
Dommagio.
le bonjour, mademoiselle.
Ah, décroissante de circular Naruto chakra. Only in France.
Bien
thing here.
bonjour, Elisabeth.
The Folie de la Liberté. Concert in board de Sign.
Je peux vous vendre tous les livres.
Le Kitty!
Et pour pas cher en plus.
Do you have The Age of Innocence by Edith Wharton?
Désolé ma petite, celui-là n'a pas encore été écrit.
But that has not been written yet? Hey look, it's a bird in a cage. Do you get it? For anyone wondering, the reason why I say, do you get it? Whenever me and Mercedes are talking, we do it to each other sometimes, is because something's so blatantly obvious, we just start yelling. Look! It's a symbolism! It's when something's just not being very subtle. Although this is off to the side.
Bien le bonjour, Elisabeth.
Les fleurs de Paris. Fleur de lys. Oh yeah, the poodle!
Mademoiselle?
No. Oh, that's actually kind of it. Interesting. They use the same, probably model idea for the girl with the baseballs in Colombia to do something just different. That's actually pretty cool. I imagine they rigged it the same.
Bonjour.
Bicyclettes. Hello. The poodle! And the bear. Oh! The Aristocats!
Le ciel est bleu et vous
They also kind of look weird and don't have right faces. I think that's about it though. That looked shiny for a second, it's hard to tell. I thought I saw Lutessa somewhere.
Elle est tellement plus belle en vrai, tu trouves pas?
Si tu
It
veux
looks
mon
so
avis.
much better in reality. Oh, it's probably talking about paintings and stuff. There's a couple of words being said every once in a while here. I'm a bird. Look at me sing. I like, you know, it's mostly boy birds that sings. They do it to attract mates.
Oiseau ou la cage? Oiseau ou la cage? Pourquoi
Hey.
pas les deux?
Well, this is fine. This is right in your face on purpose. He's asking you about it. The bird is a cage. Which would you like? Hey, look. It's Sally. Hello, Sally. See, she doesn't have monster face. Isn't it nice when kids don't have monster faces?
Sally?
Well, it's good. She better not have a monster face. She's the kid we're gonna care about the most right now. Can't sprint. That's fine. Hey, Lutessas. That's very much the Lutess silhouette. Also, I discovered I can't spell Lutess.
Sally, wait!
It's very hard. This is really cool. I like how they changed this kind of
Wait!
behind your back. And wow, that's on fire. That balloon
Sally,
has a
stop!
very nice highlight.
Sally, where are you going?
My gosh, he's booking it.
Sally, hold on!
Ace of spades. The ace of spades! Oh, that's not nice. That makes me think there's like a little sister thing. Lobotomy transorbitare. A lot of nice imagery placed all over. And there's this, yep, there's a statue of the prophet,
Stop,
the lamb.
stop!
I like this imagery a lot, by the way. Oh, yeah, it's Booker's office. Booker's office, bro? Booker DeWitt. And this is where we, yeah, Sally. Turns up the face.
Go away. It wasn't my fault.
It kind of was Elizabeth.
I didn't do anything! No, no.
This is legitimately creepy, although they're taking a lot of creative license here.
Leave me alone! Can't you just leave me alone? I'm sorry! I'm sorry. I never should have left. I never should have left you there.
So this is striking a somewhat, very small, somewhat confusing chord here. Because it's not really said whether or not before she grabs this Comstock that she knows Sally, but implications of guilt are still the same. She's obviously partially responsible for this.
What are the odds?
What's the hold-up?
Just having a bit of a laugh, Atlas.
This ain't a sporting event. Put a bullet in her. No need to torture the poor girl. We're not animals, you know.
All right, all right.
Let her go!
Quiet down, dear. In a minute,
Goodbye, Comstock.
problems will be over.
Elizabeth, tell him
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
this
get
part.
him back.
Booker? Booker, what?
Say,
I don't
I can
understand. How?
Say, I can get you back to Rapture.
What?
Just say it.
I can get you back to Rapture.
Put the gun down. Now, what was that you said about Rapture?
I can get you back to Rapture.
And how you plan on doing that, sister? You some kind of magician?
Suchong.
What?
Tell him Suchong.
Suchong.
And how do you know that, slant-eyed wonder?
You're his lab assistant.
I'm his lab assistant.
If it escaped your notice, Andrew Ryan sunk us 5,000 fathoms below his shining city. How does Suchong propose to get us back?
That's between me
That's between me
and the slant.
and the slant. But if I do this, the girl goes with me.
Little sisters are worth their weight in gold. She's not up for negotiation.
Last time I checked, back in the city they were making little sisters by the dozen.
That's a right fairy tale you've dreamed up, sister. But if you're lying, we can just as well kill you tomorrow. Down here, we got nothing but time. In case I need to get hold of you. If you see Suchong, tell him Atlas says he hasn't forgotten him.
Take that. To show you who's boss. So there's a lot of creative license being taken.
Elizabeth, come on, it's time to get moving.
Booker? What?
Over here, on the radio.
You're not Booker.
Well, of course I ain't.
What have I gotten myself into? I didn't orphan that girl. I didn't kidnap her.
But she made for some exceptional bait, didn't she?
I have to pick up the doll head.
Did it?
I felt everything that every version of me felt. All of that knowledge. I lost a pinky, but that version of me, she lost everything. And Comstock, that final Comstock, he thought he could
this was
avoid
the last
his
one, I
guilt
guess, somehow?
by coming here.
I guess I take
You
creative license with
educated him properly.
Paradox
Why
timelines.
am I back here? Huh? I don't remember opening a tear to come back. And who are you? Huh?
I think you'll figure that out soon enough.
They do talk about what that Booker is exactly to some degree, although it's left mostly in the air. Again, there's a lot of creative license being taken with this DLC in terms of having everyone in the right place to then have a this cathartic feeling at the end. I don't mind it. It works rather well. It's just a lot of Infinite was me having to do mental gymnastics to think things through, and I'm just getting kind of confused. And if I just stop for a second and try to think it out, it helps a little. But so let's unpack this just a little bit. Bioshock Infinite, we supposedly killed every Comstock, but this Comstock somehow survived. Elizabeth said that the one version of her that died in one scenario, this was that Comstock who had escaped his fate somehow. Even though going back to the baptism, if we follow their lines of logic, it should have stopped Comstock from existing, thereby stopping that Elizabeth from ever existing or dying in that case. There's a lot of ifs and ifs then. If this then, if A then B scenarios that get wiped out via paradoxes. Not to mention who this new Booker on the radio is. But drama, mostly just focus on drama right now. Because that's what the type of story this is. It's clear that Elizabeth came here looking for revenge, killed the final Comstock if we're willing to believe this is the final one, like the game tells us. And now he's in over her head with Atlas, aka Fontaine, and stuck in Rapture without any powers, I think. It's been a little while. That might get revealed in a moment. But also, we have an imaginary Booker talking to us. So let's just work from there instead of thinking about the whole quantum mechanics aspect of things. Because I feel like that will just get us in over our heads and get us frustrated. Oh, I'm trying to... Okay. Okay. A lot of guidance in this one. A lot of do X. Or don't move otherwise.
And now I'm here dealing with this Atlas, this psychopath. What was I thinking?
That wasn't Paris any more than I am Booker.
Now I have to find
It's like a dream, I guess?
Suchong, and I don't even know who that is.
Not yet, but you know he's the key, don't you?
To what?
You're asking me. Elizabeth, I ain't even here.
So it's... Yes, there's a lot going on where it seems like, okay, that Paris wasn't real. And maybe you could think, oh, maybe Elizabeth was there for a moment, enjoyed some of it. But it seems like, no, it's just kind of representing how Elizabeth had this chance at peace, or had this chance to live happily. And then because of Sally, or what she did to Sally in order to get revenge, it all went horrible due to her own actions, I guess. It's just a representation of her path. It seemed more like... Also, you can tell this room is padded. Because we started up there, we're going back this way. It's padded in such a way to make you walk slowly to get used to everything again. And to have the conversations with Booker automatically. So that way you don't ruin the pacing. I don't mind it too much. It's just after you play enough games, you can kind of tell when someone's just stringing you along. Which is fine. I'm all in favor of the game having a good pacing for us to follow. When it gets too hand-holdy, that's when my problem starts popping up for me. And obviously they want to have this revealed right here, which is a pretty good one, but really we just went that way to have the conversation, come back up, have the clear view here, when really we could have just walked down. The debris is just constructed on purpose, but that's not a problem. That's fine. Again, pacing. And here we have a reveal. That confuses me.
What are you? Huh? And how did you know exactly what to tell Atlas?
Let me ask you a question. You feeling like yourself, Elizabeth?
I feel strange and smaller. I can't see the doors. What's behind the doors?
Yeah, somehow she lost her
I can't
powers.
see the future. I can't even see any tears. Oh my God. Stay away from me. Booker. No, please don't. I died here. I was killed by that. Stay away from me! But then, how am I here? How can I be dead in this world and yet... My finger. What am I? Huh? I don't understand.
I don't actually either, to be honest.
If we're going to end up in the same place, it needs to harm and join a ride.
Are you being cute?
I've come round to your way of thinking.
Have you?
Yes. I do believe one
Okay, here we
can
go.
change things, but after all the bother, one often wishes that one had not.
You're a fatalist.
A physicist.
A fatalist.
So was Newton, especially when it came to apples falling from trees. They always contrived to land with a splat. She left the child to rot.
Are you implying she's the apple?
I'm implying that she did not fall far from the tree.
And now she wants to go back.
I need to go back.
Okay.
Fix what I broke.
So after she traps Sally,
No right to be.
Back to where she doesn't belong.
Doesn't belong.
Elizabeth went back.
Wait, what do you mean?
Do you want to tell her brother, or shall I?
Because I died.
There are rules.
Even for one such as you.
She'll forget.
All the doors.
And what's behind all the doors?
All close to her now.
She'll be just like the rest of us.
Forgetting the past.
The present.
The future.
I'd wager she won't even remember this conversation. We've arrived.
Okay, I think I understand a little bit now. So this conversation makes it seem like, oh, I killed Booker. Sorry, I killed Comstock. The last one. And so now I want to go back to help Sally because I feel guilty. But apparently going back to a dimension in which you died makes you realign with that dimensional self and lose your extra dimensional powers. That's what it seems like. I'm not really sure why that occurs the way it does.
Omniscience and croissance for death and mildew.
I left Sally.
Yeah, that's exactly
rot.
what's happening.
For what? So I could punish Comstock? He was trying to help her, to save her, and if I don't make that right...
We all have our crosses to bear.
But there is a thin line between a martyr and a fool.
Yeah, doing the right thing and just getting yourself killed. Which is what Elizabeth is kind of doing here. She's just getting herself killed. So, okay, so she went back through one of the doors with the help of Luteces, who are still just outside the flow of time somehow. Which I guess they forever will be. I don't know how that works for them. But, so we have a setup.
Gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 life is but a dream.
Your boat gently down the stream.
Luteces warned me that if I came back here, I would collapse.
Collapse.
From a quantum superposition to just me.
Quantum what?
I've changed, Booker. No tears, no cosmic knowledge. Just a normal girl. With a normal pinky. Peter, if I can't open tears, I'm never leaving here, am I? I'm never going back to Paris.
So she was in Paris. That was real. To a certain degree.
And you're just what?
I don't know.
You're just the fragments of my memory telling me what my future holds?
You decided to come here, Elizabeth. You knew what that meant. Only option as I see it.
She's very
Is to
oddly
trust
highlighted.
yourself.
Where's
Find
that light source coming
Suchong.
from? It's coming from here? I don't know where this light source is coming from, to be honest. But it's somewhere. Alright. But yeah, that's our plot. Save Sally. And we'll probably die. Supermassive black hole. Supermassive black hole. Dee dee dee. Elevator music. No music. Maintenation. Hey, look at that. I'm always pulling up the bottom. Oh look, little stealth indicator.
I think I'm gonna have to use this air grabber. It's gonna
What?
be messy.
Oh, I have it.
don't know if...
Well, a blow to the back of his head will serve just as well. Be a hell of a lot quieter.
I forgot their mechanics here like Last of Us for stuff.
I'm not Booker. Just because your father did something one way, doesn't mean you have to.
New songs. They're real personal to me. They're like love letters. To all my fans. That's it. We're done here.
Do stealth. Alright,
You'll
stealth
want to get the
tutorial.
drop on him, and quiet. He can't hear what's only in your head.
Well, he's not getting up anytime soon.
And what with
Yeah,
his
Booker's in my head.
animal attached to his body.
From here on, it's only gonna get worse.
And how much worse is up to you.
Ryan the Lion reminds you. Parasites are never welcome.
Children, acclaim, Bradburn. It's up to us to see they become Grecian urns
This guy really likes hearing himself talk. I can sympathize, relate.
and get them young enough. You can mold them.
Can I go in these? I think I can go in these vents. I can. These vents are mine now.
Henry, fetch that black label lacquers, the 12-year-old single malt. Let's discuss
Mommy,
this like
Daddy's girlfriend, Mrs. Turner. Jesus.
Henry!
Draw a parasite you met today. Oh, let me kill this guy.
Who are we?
Corner of shame.
We are men of tomorrow, men
seek control.
Now let's get its lockpick.
What an idiot. Couldn't even pick a lock. I will not share my toys. I will not share my toys. I wonder what they wrote there. I will not share my toys. Corner of shame. No sharing. Don't pick up a Bible. Or have any nationalism. Okay. Let's pick this. Oh, I forgot this was the whole thing.
Lockpicking
Man, it took
can
forever
be
to play this.
easy with the right tools and know-how. Use your lockpick
know-how.
to probe a pin. A neutral pin will open the door.
I kind of remember
A
now.
blue pin will open the door and knock free a noisemaker. A red pin will open the door, but also sound an alarm.
So blue is great, just like the original Bioshock hacking. Red is really bad. Gray is fine.
Just a
Save
6-pin
it.
tumbler. But there's an alarm. Huh. That could come in handy, though.
Okay. There you go. That was easy. Just press X. Someone's sleeping their butt off. I kind of want to explore a little bit. Hold on. Doesn't matter how you play, it matters how you win. I do need more health right now. Basketball. The Monstars would be proud. Where does this, oh, hold on. I'm assuming this goes here. I just want to check. Always explore. Oh, hey. Yeah, that's the basketball corner. Maintenance. Let's see here. Oh, this is all good. Great. Nothing here. Alright, just a little corner for stuff. That's nice. I appreciate stuff. Hup. Alright, and this is the only way. Corey Stover. What does it say?
Hello, children.
Something of the week.
I'm Ryan the
I can't read that.
I'm here to
Sons?
tell you about Peter the parasite. If I bake a pie, isn't it mine to enjoy? No,
Isn't it my
Peter
pie?
the parasite. We all deserve a piece. If I earn a nickel, isn't it my right to buy candy if I see fit? No, says Peter the parasite. You must only buy fruits and vegetables.
Ah! Empathy. No.
What was that?
Communism. No.
Don't you?
The doors, they're cracking open. My memories of the future and somewhere I'm going to go.
You sure it's your future you're looking at?
If not mine, then whose?
That, you parasite.
So it is interesting that they still want Elizabeth to have, I mean, the writers and developers, they still want Elizabeth to have a little bit of precognition or ability to kind of sense things, to have that extra layer, and obviously to have Booker here kind of justified. Pacification, disruptive children. Is it a paddle? They are, I don't know what they are. I can't tell. Paddles? I feel like they're probably paddles. A crossbow. They want to have Elizabeth still have some of that precognition and power. So they're giving her, like, oh, you have cracks inside the, you know, even though you don't have your powers anymore, there are cracks in your mind that are leading to some of this, like Booker, like these flashes. So we're going with that. I can take this too.
You sure you're ready to use that?
It's a crossbow.
Yeah.
Looks like the bolt delivers some kind of sleep agent. Probably phencyclidine or sodium thiopental. They had all kinds of books in my tower. How do you think I always
kinds
knew
of
what
books.
ammo to toss you?
Knowing ain't the same as being ready.
Why don't you ask Comstock how ready I was?
Your father's blood runs in your veins, but it doesn't have to be on your hands. It's up to you.
Those who cannot create
A stealthy approach is safer. Yep.
will always steal from those who do.
Okay, pretty simple setup here.
Asks Peter the parasite while he picks your pocket. Do you know this word? You'll find it in the dictionary under L-I-E. All right, boys
Okay. I got another gun. Yeah, and I have my weapon wheel back. So happy about that. Alright, if there's one, I think I saw one more. If I can, I want to knock. I want to knock him out. I don't know where he went. These are all sound creators. Glass, water, carpet works the opposite. Sound dampener. It's pretty neat mechanic. There's a lot of detail that goes into it. Where am I going? Alright, I don't want to go that way. Let's hop into the event. A lot of talkers here. That's what's so interesting sometimes about ooh, I think I saw something here. About a lot of Rapture citizens, they just love to hear themselves talk. Love it. They just have to prove how right they are.
You're against a guy making an honest buck. I thought Rapture was open for business.
Thought Rapture was open for business. Yes, thank you. Oh yes, you dismount very quietly now. I appreciate it.
Friendly to free enterprise.
I guess it's safe here. I thought it wasn't.
First, a law against bribery. Then, you'll want some fella in my privy advising.
I thought for sure I heard somebody over here.
What's next? Martial law?
I hear the guy repeating the same dialogue over and over again.
Harassment.
Oven man.
Incessant, unbounded prying into my respectable entrepreneurial affairs.
Where is he? Okay, this is the way I was gonna
Criminal
go.
dealings.
God, shut up!
Misdirection from those afraid to let the market take its natural course.
I wish you would shut up. I wish you would just say a new line of dialogue now.
That guy. If that's what they call a fella who's prosperous, determined, uncompromising, then fine.
It's getting
Shoe
closer.
fits, you got me.
They're pretty dumb to be honest, though.
Seems to.
I found him. That was the guy. Holy crap. He took forever to beat the snot out of. I got money, though. I got money moves. Thank you. So quiet, 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 quiet. That. Yeah, sorry. Was there anything in here I missed? No, faculty only. Parents, ensure your child becomes a model citizen. Jimmy Ward, this week's maker, this week's taker. Wow. What a way to put it. Alright guys, we'll get back to this more on the next episode and continue on through let's see, episode 2. Hey, that rhymed. Isn't that great? Yeah. Alright, bye.